Ongi e torri, bienvenidas y bienvenidos. Welcome to the 5th edition of the Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. We're here in Donostia, San Sebastian, Basque Country, and we're delighted to have you with us today. What a year it's been. A year ago, we were in the midst of immense change. With the pandemic, Bind pivoted, and this awesome conference went from a few hundred people in a big conference center to a dozen of us in a TV studio, with our guests patched in by video. Last year, online became the modus operandi for everything, from conferences to meetings to family gatherings. This year, the buzzword is hybrid, híbrido in Spanish, and I just learned some Basque, hibridoa. And that's what we're going to be doing this year in Open Innovation Showcase 2021 Hybrid, with some of our startups and corporate partners here with us in the studio and some of them patched in by video. So 21. And we're respecting the guidelines, wearing masks most of the time, except on camera where we'll be distancing. Oh, and for the record, I had COVID in January and I had my jab last month, but we're still keeping each other comfortable and safe. And we're going to keep it interesting and fun for you. Each year, Bind brings together startups from around the world and Basque-based corporate partners. Over the program today and tomorrow, you'll see the 2-minute pitches of this year's 30-plus startups, each one followed by their corporate partners who will outline their project with the startup in 1 minute. We're going to keep it fast and exciting. We've got some really good value to share with you today. Before we get to those pitches, a word from our host of this year's program, SPRI General Director, Aitor Urtzelay. Aitor, the virtual stage is yours.
Good morning to everyone and welcome to the Open Innovation Showcase, in which today we are about to close the 5th edition of Bind 4.0. As you may already know, Bind 4.0 tries to achieve different types of goals that we are going to combine in the session we are celebrating today. Firstly, Bind 4.0 tries to foster open innovation and digital transformation among the partner corporates located here in the Basque Country, offering them the opportunity to collaborate and to work together with startups from all over the world. This way, the corporates are being able to access to the talent, to the technology, and also to innovative solutions offered by startups. Secondly, Bind 4.0 also tries to accelerate the growth of the startups, giving them the opportunity to develop a real project with a large industrial company so that they have a great opportunity to show or to demonstrate their capabilities, to have a real invoicing, and also to have a fantastic client reference to use in their future commercial activities. And thirdly, we, as the Basque government, are also trying to attract interesting Industry 4.0 startups to the Basque Country in order to position the Basque Country in the world as a good place to start new industrial and technological entrepreneurial activities. Over the 5 first editions, Bind 4.0 has proven to be a great platform to promote corporate open innovation on the one hand, and startups' growth and scalability on the other hand. And this role has been corroborated this year by the award given by the European Commission to Bind 4.0 program. I wouldn't like to finish without saying that one of the key elements of this program, I'm sure that it's actually the key element of the program, is the commitment of our partner corporates, who are always willing to offer market opportunities for the 800 or so candidates we receive each edition. And therefore, I would like to use this couple of minutes to thank you for your support and your commitment with Bind 4.0. Over the coming 2 days, you will see first-hand successful projects developed between Bind 4.0 partner corporates and startups from all over the world. So try to enjoy it and to take advantage of this great opportunity to explore, to know, to learn, and of course, to connect and network. Let's go for it. We open this amazing event, trusting that it will be the most productive for all of you. Thank you very much and take care.
Thank you, Aitor. Eskerrik asko. This morning, we'll have 2 blocks of pitches, and tomorrow, we'll have 2 more blocks. Today, we're focusing on IoT, Internet of Things, data analysis, artificial intelligence, AI, visual solutions. To start things off, we'd like to share with you a success story from last year's program. Startup Enologics and corporate partner Okin Atardi Alimentacion.
Okin means baker in Basque. We are the leading rustic manufacturers of frozen bread in Spain and southern France. Our bread is frozen, so electricity is important for us as an input that cannot be wasted. From our very beginning, we are committed to produce our bread with the lowest carbon footprint in the sector. In our struggle to reduce our carbon footprint, the BIND program gave us the opportunity to meet Enologics.
In Okin, Enologics implemented an intelligent thermodynamic control system. This intelligent system obtains savings because it adjusts dynamically and continuously set points and operating parameters of the installation in real time, seeking to meet cooling demands while consuming as little as possible. Our intelligent system integrates thermodynamic modeling, artificial intelligence, and advanced control with a multidisciplinary approach, always focused on energy optimization in real time. Enologics puts knowledge into action, and our system analyze, monitor, predict, simulate, and make control dynamic and smarter in order to improve energy efficiency. Our tools are designed and programmed by process specialists, and that is the key for our success. Okin is a customer concerned and committed to reducing energy consumption and its environmental impact. Okin has always been proactive and open to carrying out the necessary tests to improve efficiency, which has helped us a lot to achieve great savings in this project.
Thanks to their expert energy management system and digital twin, we have achieved 3 goals. The system is much more stable. It is a fully automated system. No operator supervision is needed. We are saving more than 4 million kilowatts every year. It is the same effect as planting 12,000 trees. This is huge, but this is not over yet. Nowadays, we are working with Enologics improving our steam system control. This kind of solutions are not available in the industrial market. The BIND program has helped us to find the most suitable solution for our needs. Thanks Enologics, thanks BIND.
Okay, we're ready to go with the pitches. First up, joining us here in the studio, Unai from the startup Sticker Control and Jon from corporate partner Tubos Reunidos. Unai, over to you.
Good morning. Michael is a warehouse operation manager at a metal fabricator, and he has a few things on his mind regarding some of his assets like packaging, inventory, or equipment. He wants to know their location inside the warehouse, what's their status and process. Also wants to know information on customer orders and information on returns of shipments. He would like to be able to conduct faster inventory counts, know if he has excess inventory, and what's the maintenance status of some of his equipment. Unfortunately, most ERPs are either too complex or underused, making manual processes, use of Excel spreadsheets, and having too much paper. This means lack of digitation, and it has consequences like overstocks or stockouts, failure to comply with maintenance policies, misplaced inventory and tools, and errors on customer shipments. This means money. At Sticky Control, we have developed a software that automates asset tracking, helps you capture data on assets and processes, and digitizes your operations. Everything is centralized in one system, is installed in less than 1 month, and it doesn't change your workflows. Our APIs and web services are the perfect bridge between IoT, industrial IoT, and your existing warehouse management systems and ERPs. We make IoT adoption simple. Our system is robust and flexible. We have modules that adapt to your needs. We can either be transparent, serving data into your existing systems, or we can be used as a front-end system if required with our web browser version, app for field work, and data visualization tools. Our philosophy is to start by solving the most urgent issue, and then we help you transition your operations into Industry 4.0. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nice. Hello, I'm Johnny Chausti, the Operation Technology Manager of Tubos Reunidos, and I came to you to speak about the solution of controlling and managing the fabrication tools that we are implementing in the factory, with sticker control to carry the IoT systems to our processes. The challenge was to control the state of the mandrels and rolling boxes, control the location of each unit, and control the tons laminated by each tools. Excuse me. The solution Sticker Control has applied is identification of the tools by RFID, traceability of the tools, integration with the Sticker Control solution. The project is not finished yet, although it's very advanced, and we are sure that with the Sticker Control solution, we are going to avoid the wasting time locating tools, avoid incorrect assemblies and use of tools, and control of laminated tons by each tool, allowing preventive maintenance. I would like to mention the professionalism shown by Sticker Control and the good job done by the members of the BIND program supporting them. Thanks.
Eskerrik asko, Unai, John. Our second pitch this morning will have online Andrea from TechMass, and again, here in the studio, John from Tubos Reunidos. The virtual stage is yours, Andrea. Andrea, we don't hear you. Are you mic'd, Andrea? Start at the top.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we do. Start at the top, please. Thanks.
Sorry about that. Not every company is doing the digital transformation right, and they will not win in the market tomorrow. We believe manufacturing execution systems are the right support and solution for companies in this journey. They provide the right mix between cultural, work processes, and data gathering aspects. However, traditional MES are expensive, bulky, difficult to implement, and to use. TechMass has developed the simplest yet more powerful MES solution on the market today. We send it per post and you install it yourself. It's 100% cloud. You don't even need to train your people because the app moves itself and guides the operator in their work processes. it goes on right away, and you only pay for what you need, being a 100% software as a service subscription model. You can fine-tune the solution on your machine and processes based on what you need, starting with the simple OEE in old machine up to a very complete digital platform to support your processes. Sounds too good to be true? Give us a shot. Install it yourself in your line, try it for one day on your processes, and you will see things you couldn't believe would exist today. Thank you.
Solution we're implementing in Tubos Reunidos with TecMas to carry the IoT system to our processes. The challenge was to control the production of the standalone workstation matching station, control and manage the production stop, and integrate the station with the ERP system. The solution that TecMas apply is the characterization of the working process, identification of the relevant operation signals, integration of their solution. The project is not finished yet. We trust to do it in a short time, and we are sure that with the TecMas system, we are going to have information about the performance, utilization, and OEE, improve the productivity about 20%, automatic assignment of the working plan, and I would like to highlight the easy to install and robust system that TecMas proposes. Thank you.
Grazie mille, Andrea. Escricasco, John. Next up, both joining us online, Startup, Innovación y Desarrollo, Ainhoa, and corporate partner Inigo from GH Cranes. Good morning, Ainhoa. We don't hear you. Is your mic on?
Morning, Jack.
Good morning, Ainhoa. Hey, good
Morning.
Go ahead.
Last year, some digital media spread the news that a wind turbine on Brújula Park in Burgos collapsed due to the failure of the bolted joints. Let's see how Inalia can prevent these and similar situations. Inalia has developed structural health monitoring solutions that helps your company to reduce development times by providing real data information and prevent sudden stops, working anomalies, and catastrophic failures. How we do it? Our monitoring system is based on 3 pillars, focus all 3 on make it different by giving value to the data. We mainly measure stresses on components. Give physical interpretation to the data through the definition of digital twin models. And finally, apply machine learning algorithms to the data and put all useful information on digital platforms. Let me show you an example of a structural monitoring integration on industrial compressor. In this case, we have been able not only to reduce development costs, but to accelerate time to market and improve performance in 20% by increasing lifetime. Our solutions cover all sectors or industries in which monitoring helps to better understand the structural behavior and adds value to customer needs. Need to know and need to add value of knowing structural behavior of structural components? Please contact us. This is reflect on the nature of our main customers. And now, please let me introduce you to our colleague, Íñigo Antía, our partner in GH Cranes. Please, Íñigo.
Buenos días, me llamo Íñigo Antía y...
Good morning, I'm Íñigo Antía and I work for GH Cranes, and we make hoisting blocks and other components for the manipulation of loads of up to 400 tons. And in this project that we're presenting today, we've applied the structural monitoring solutions, and we validate projects in the framework of a project. And this is what I'm talking about the standard hoist blocks that we've been developing in the market since 2013, and we have hoisting capacities of up 120 tons. So we've decided to go ahead with a monitoring strategy, which together with physical and virtual models will be able to discover how hoisting blocks operate, and we'll be able to validate their structural behavior and also establish much more accurate dimensioning systems. And thanks to the contribution made by Inalia, as Ainhoa has pointed out, we've managed to significantly reduce times, and our results are highly satisfactory and are very satisfactory for our end customers. And as regards the future, we want to transfer this knowledge and this methodology to other products like special cranes or very complex units. And well, thank you very much for allowing us to present this project.
Ainhoa and Íñigo. Our fourth pitch this morning, also joining us online from the Startup Expo, Ivan Luarca. Unfortunately, corporate partner Lorena Varcarel from Viuda Designs is not able to join us. Ivan, it's all yours.
Today, I want to talk about Ruben, Prosegur Fleet Manager. He has a very complex situation. Prosegur board will cut his budget, so he needs to reduce fleet size. Some cities, like Lisbon or Madrid, are forcing them to move into electric to operate in the city center. The only way to reduce fleet is sharing vehicles. But how can he coordinate all employee needs? Electric vehicle management is complex, and he doesn't have any tool. Are the electric vehicles charged? When are the drivers charged the vehicles when they are on the road? These two problems are amplified by the size of Prosegur fleets, 20,000 cars in 10 countries. Here is where EcoCar can help. First, giving to employees an app where they can book, find, and unlock any car with a mobile phone without keys. Second, integrating information in real time about autonomy and electric charger availability. And then Ruben will have all the data and one compressive dashboard, so he can understand how many vehicles can be shareable, driver behavior, or how optimize the charging infrastructure. Now Ruben can breathe easier. He knows he can reduce fleet and cost without reducing service level, and he has the control and information to electrify his fleet. After a pilot project with Prosegur in 2020, we validate a reduction of 30% of fleet size, 10% of fuel consumption. And now we are scaling up the project to include all countries and vehicles with a potential of 2 million a month in savings. So what's your number? Contact us to find out.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moving right along here with us in the studio, Ander from Startup EKA Solutions and Mikel from corporate partner ITP. Egunon, Ander.
In 2017, there was an air disaster, which was a complete catastrophe. Unfortunately, this is not something uncommon. In 2016, a passenger gives notice of a forgotten tool in a wind. See, avoid a complete catastrophe also. This is something that it doesn't happen only in aeronautical sector, but it also happens in some other critical sectors. The risk of forgetting any tool in any critical part is called FOD, foreign object damages. And this is the reason why Airbus helicopters contacted us in order to give a solution. We create a team, we define the tools, the toolings, and the working procedures. And finally, we built a warehouse in order to avoid this risk, the FOD risk. But also, the solution is offering them currently a 30% of saving cost due to the improvement of management of the tools. Besides, we also develop RFID and image recognition system for our inventory management system, which has given us a huge step forward for our company. We have installed this solution in Airbus helicopters, of course, but also in the Spanish Air Force, also in AENA, and in some other companies. So, yes, of course, we do work in aeronautical sector, but we also work in railway, automotive sector, energy sector, and in general, in any critical industrial process. So why choosing EGA solution? Because we carry out tailor-made turnkey projects, developing and integrating different kind of technologies for the benefit of our clients in safety and income statement. And now, Mikel Esparta, manufacturing specialist, is going to explain the project, the complete different project that we have been developing with them.
Okay, thank you, Ander. So yes, this year again from ITP Aero, we trust on advanced technology development for improving not only our products and services, but also the health and safety of our workers. So this way, in collaboration with the Advanced Aerospace Manufacturing Center, the project itself is a complete integration of sensors and advanced systems for controlling the critical parameters of tightening, also the location of our fixtures, and the part deformations of our casings before the manufacturing. As you can see in the video, the process starts with a first part loading, followed by a basic setup of electronics, and then we have the advanced system developed by EGA within Bind project, in which the operator has the complete interaction with the system. We have the full control of the job management, and we can have the complete data traceability. The system is also connected with our MES system and with our complete machine tools shop floor. So this is a very important step in our strategy through the connected factory. Thank you very much.
Ander, Mikel, thank you so much. Our sixth pitch this morning, joining us online, Sam from the startup 4T2 Sensors and Aitor from Tubacex. Good morning, Sam.
Morning. Everyone likes the smell of gin, or do they? For John, the operations manager of Diageo, a manufacturer of Gordon's, the smell gives them a headache without even drinking it. How do they ensure high levels of hygiene whilst reducing emissions and product loss? Currently, at their process plant, they run an outdated clean-in-place system in which they check the cleanliness using a smell panel. Their outdated system costs them £1 million per week, while producing unsatisfactory results. 4T2 Sensors hope to change this. By monitoring the concentration of gin to parts per billion, we have developed an adaptive CIP program to help Diageo fulfill their sustainability and economic goals. The project is currently in pilot stage with the target economic savings of 20%. Similar to Diageo, many machine operators face a problem with outdated sensing technology. Current technology is limited to time-waiting manual refractometer readings or expensive, ineffective automatic refractometers. By using our patented impedance sensor technology, we have developed a method for constant concentration monitoring and condition monitoring of machine oil. Not only does the sensor save time, it also improves process insight and acts as a competitive advantage due to the extra level of validation provided. Successful pilot operations have been carried out at high-profile manufacturers, including the Bath-based ICP Aero. Our aim was to create simple, low-cost, scalable technology using intelligent electronics and simple mechanics. When compared to existing technology, it's 1,000 times more sensitive, requires no maintenance, includes onboard data logging, and costs a fraction of the price. By applying the same simple methodology, we can apply our technology to improve outdated sensing technology in a variety of different industries. If, like John, your company runs outdated sensing technology, please feel free to contact me at sam@4T2 Sensors or speak to me afterwards. Thank you.
Over to you, Aitor. You're up. Aitor. We're ready when you are, Aitor.
Hello, I am Aitor Ricarregui. Hello, I am Aitor Ricarregui and I work as an R&D engineer in Tubacex. As supplier of tubular products resistant to harsh environment, it is imperative for Tubacex to be aware of the changes that occur in the surface of the components in contact with corrosive elements to continue offering the best solution for the energy value chain. Therefore, together with 4T2 Sensors, we are working on a new line of research trying to measure the changes in the electrical properties of the surface of metallic components based on the impedance sensor technology already presented. This should allow us to identify any changes in the surface of our pipe due to the contact with corrosive elements, being able to distinguish effects such as corrosion and falling, among others. We hope that the relationship between 4T2 Sensors and Tubacex will continue over time due to the interest generated by the technology that this startup presents to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Eskerrik asko, Aitor. And now our final pitch of the first block. Don't worry, we have another block coming this morning and 2 tomorrow. Our next pitch is also online, and stay with us now. It's 1 startup and 2 corporate partners. John from the startup B Planet Factory, Javier from corporate partner Mercedes-Benz, and Oscar from corporate partner Iberdrola. Egunon, John.
Egunon, Jack. In 2020, over 2.5 million electric vehicles were sold worldwide. This number is expected to grow at least 70% in 2021 to reach a total fleet of electric vehicles of 100 million in 2030. So electric vehicles are coming in millions. And for us, millions of electric vehicles eventually means millions of depleted batteries, like the ones you can see in the picture from Tesla at a recycling plant in California. So at the Planet Factory, our value proposition consists to give these depleted EV batteries a second life by means of using our hardware and our software, and to provide to the market sustainable energy storage solutions. This is an example of the project that we have made together with our partner Mercedes-Benz at their manufacturing plant in Vitoria. In this project, we have combined the local generation of solar photovoltaic energy together with one of our batteries and electric vehicle charging infrastructure. This is a real picture of the installation we have made in this manufacturing plant. In this plant, you can see our cabinet, which is a commercial product now, which has a capacity of 42 kilowatt hour. This is approximately the capacity of 2 depleted EV batteries. With our other partner in the Bind 4.0 initiative, Iberdrola, we have made this project, which is the same principle to store energy for electric vehicle charging infrastructure, but with a larger capacity. This is a size of 200 kilowatt hours, 14 electric vehicle batteries to supply one fast charger. Okay, so to sum up, Second Life energy storage business is first about sustainability, second is affordability, they are more economic, and third is scalability. Batteries are piling up and exponentially, and we need to do something about them. Now, I would like to present you to Javier Gibello from Mercedes-Benz.
Thank you, John. Good morning. I'm Javier Gibello, electrical engineer for Technical Services Department in Mercedes-Benz Vitoria. This project was born in response to the challenges of electrical vehicle charging in our factory, such as large investments in infrastructure, increase of loads in electric power system, and large costs in recycling or reject batteries from electric vehicles. To solve these challenges, we have proposed as a project an autonomous electric vehicle charging system. To be autonomous, we have chosen photovoltaic generation and a storage system. For this one, we contacted the B-Plan startup, which provides us an innovative technological solution for storing energy based on reused batteries from electric cars. This project is up and working, and the objectives are met. So we want to thank B-Planet for the great professionalism, involvement, flexibility, and agility that are the qualities we look for in startups, and to Bind 4.0 for providing us the tool and the appropriate environment for this type of projects. Thank you very much.
And now, Oscar.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. My name is Oscar. I'm responsible for open innovation activities with the startups at Iberdrola. So it's an initiative that we founded to promote innovation 20 years ago with the aim of incorporate new technologies providers to Iberdrola. So from my end, as Jonas already explained the project, just mentioned that the B-Planet project that we have developed within the Bind 4.0 is a very good example of our initiative. We have already completed the first installation as John showed before. There is a second coming soon, and we expect that this solution can help us to accelerate the Iberdrola fast charging network deployment and boost our collaboration with B-Planet, allowing us to be even more sustainable in our activities. So last, I would like to thank you, Bind, for their support. And we expect to develop projects like this in coming editions, because it is a very good experience for companies like Iberdrola to have these new ideas coming from the external startups that are very, very, very flexible and innovative. So thank you very much for this initiative.
3 presentations and we pulled it off magnificently, eh, team? Well done. Thank you, John, Javier, Oscar. And that's the end of our first block. I don't know about you, but I've been blown away at the technology that we're seeing here today, and it's literally making the world a better place. What an inspiration to be a part of this. Thank you. And now don't go away. We have another block coming up after the coffee break. We'll be back here at 11 o'clock, so go refill your cup. I know I'm going to refill mine. And don't forget to visit our networking forum, Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. It's already open. That's one of the reasons we come to conferences, right? To make connections. So thanks to the Best of Bind 4.0 online event, it's never been easier to connect with Industry 4.0 innovators, startup teams, industry leaders, investors, entrepreneurs. We're all here. So start planning your agenda now. You'll be able to make great contacts, find synergy, and match with other participants via the forum. You can schedule your agenda in advance and set up meetings from July 6th through July 9th. Join us to connect directly with key decision makers in this industrial innovation ecosystem. It's all here online. So grab that coffee, start connecting, and see you at 11 o'clock. We are back. Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase 2021 in Donostia, San Sebastian, Basque Country. And you are here with us, and we're so glad you are. Thank you for being a part of it. Have you started your networking? Got a good fresh cup of coffee? Good. We've got block 2 of our startup pitches and corporate partner stories. We'll continue on with IoT, Internet of Things, data analysis, artificial intelligence, AI, visual solutions, and get right back into it with a success story. Another video piece, this time with the story of a startup from the past, Sin Advanced Systems, and corporate partner Gestap. And action!
Visualization by line operator has been the main method of detection on the parts during the production. Since a time, artificial vision has been integrated as an alternative of detection. Within the Zero Defect Strategy project started in Gestam, we analyzed all the different solutions that were in the market or in development. After analyzing all of them, we decided to go on with the solution proposed by Sin Advanced Systems, because we consider the most promising solution in the market. This solution minimizes defects more if possible on the aim of having zero defects during the production in order to increase quality and therefore competitiveness. Usually, the areas of possible defects are well identified, but due to the multiple variables during the production, defects can appear in unusual areas, making the detection more difficult. Our project is focused on the stamping process. Although initially it has been integrated in a cold stamping line, hot stamping parts have also been tested with their characteristic defects.
Initially, a prototype consists of one robot with 2 punctual laser sensors located one in front of each other was developed for measuring the thickness of the conformer sheet. But our technicians realized that it was possible to develop complex algorithms that digitize and analyze just one side of the surface could show the thickness reduction in the geometry of the conformer sheet, meanwhile it was passing through a curtain of lasers. This could reduce a lot of the cost in industrial implementation, but it had 2 new challenges. First, we needed a lot of calculation speed because the piece is passing at relatively high speed without stopping. And second, we needed to position the sensor in real time for the geometry of the piece that it was passing by. It consumed many hours of development, but we had the complete collaboration and support from Gestam, and we overcome the 3 challenges successfully. And we have now implemented an equipment in an industrial setting. The implemented solution can detect all the defects that were defined and also we detect aesthetical defects. The solution is suitable for any geometry. We can also apply the developed algorithms in all the surfaces that need an intelligent inspection, not only in the automotive sector. We only have to adapt the setting of the sensor movements.
This system is currently in serial production testing phase. Therefore, it's too early to be able to measure the KPI indicators and the real impact that the system has had during the production. In this phase of the project, the main indicator to measure the robustness of the system is the false defective, or pseudo error. For the moment, the main improvement we have achieved is the capacity of detecting as early as possible if a part has a defect or not. Prevention is key in the quality process at Gestam.
The evaluation of the project is very positive. We have worked very hard for a long period of time, but with the collaboration with Gestam has been fantastic, and we have developed an important business line in a short period of time. The evaluation of Bind 4.0 is also great, 10 out of 10. Bind gave us the opportunity to show our capabilities to companies that for us would have been impossible to enter into. We closed 3 projects, and we had advice from relevant mentors that opened our minds in order to give us new shareholders, among other strategic actions. In Bind 4.0, we have also worked with Mercedes-Benz for sheet metal quality control in his assembly processes. We have to digitize all the band before painting it in order to detect possible aesthetical defects to be corrected. with Sidenor developing an automatic and continuous error measurement system with machine vision. We continue working with all of them. The last couple of years have been very intensive ones. When we applied for BIND 4.0, we were only 3 people. Currently, we are 20. Before BIND, we were offering solutions for local customers, and now we offer solutions for companies like Volkswagen, Opel, Mercedes, BMW, Seat, and Airbus. And also, of course, for Gestamp, that has more than 100 plants in the world. We have applied for 2 European patents, we have won national awards, and we have opened 2 sales offices in Germany. The results couldn't be better.
From the beginning, one of the main premises of this project was to be flexible and scalable. This is key in a sector as automotive industry, which is used to produce large volumes. During the project, improvements in that direction were developed, and currently the latest version of the solution can be integrated in any stamping line. Now we have the system installed in Gestamp Vizcaya plant in Abadiño, and the final results of the project are in testing phase. After this phase, different implementations in Gestamp Group are being evaluated, depending on context of each plant.
Isn't that a great story? I mean, what's happening here today, that will be happening 2 or 3 years from now as well. Great story. And now our first pitch of Block 2. Joining us online, John from the startup Odea Digital and Javier from corporate partner Unilever. Over to you, John.
It's Tuesday, 9 a.m., Bilbao, Spain. You're the person in charge of production. You wake up and you go to work. And you get in shock when you realize that your factory shut down since yesterday. So what do? A, you check among the different Excel sheets you have. B, you go asking around one by one what happened. C, you call and wake up the night shift team. Or D, you try to find out in one of your 5 different softwares. This funny story was a daily nightmare for online Unilever's plant manager. Wouldn't it be amazing having this information available in one shot? That's what we dreamed about 5 years ago, and we called it BuildLab. BuildLab is a platform to digitalize any company, from medium to large, adaptable to any industry in an agile way. It covers all essential processes in manufacturing, such as production, maintenance, safety, and so on. It is scalable. Advanced models will be added as BuildLab becomes a basic tool for every employee. Its user-friendly interface will make adoption something natural, from the shop floor to the highest management levels. Installations? None, thanks. You can easily use our software from any device. After the implementation in over 50 factories, having more than 10,000 active users, these are the biggest benefits that Align and the entire Unilever organization get out from using BuildLab. Data democratization. All information becomes accessible for every single person. Share knowledge and a step-by-step guide to every action in every position. 0 friction processes to avoid non-value-added activities and a higher level of involvement. BuildLab is a digital platform to leverage the power of your people. Now I'll give you Javier, the Unilever's digitalization manager.
Thank you, Yolanda. Hi, thank you, Yolanda. Hi, everyone. My name is Javier Ayuela. I'm Digital Transformation Manager at Unilever, and I'm one of the key leaders of this project at Unilever. Together with Odea, we have developed this BuildLab project, which offers us the possibility of have all our information in one single platform in real time. So every factory worker, when they arrive into the factory, in just one single screen, they can see all our KPIs of safety, quality incidents, what happened yesterday on the lines, which are the biggest losses of each of the lines, etc. So every know what has happened in the factory on real time. And also, it is focused on the final user. because 80% of our organization are operators. So we don't think that digital transformation is a management team using very complicated and sophisticated tools. It is the 100% of the organization using digital tools. And this is only available if we can provide them with easy to consume apps. And finally, it's a solution very scalable. Right now, we are in 56 of our sourcing units or our factories, and the target for this year is to be in 100 of our factories. Thank you, Deya, for this project. Thank you for your time.
And thank you, John, Javier. Muchas gracias. And now our second pitch of Block 2. Joining us online is Daniel from the startup Datium Technology, and here in the studio, once again, John from Tubos Reunidos. Daniel, egunon.
Hello, Jack. Do you listen me?
Loud and clear.
Wait. So perfect. So let me explain to you how Datiums enable artificial intelligence in industrial processes. We develop AI solutions for production teams. In fact, we help them be up to 50% more efficient by data-driven decisions. The problem or the challenge production teams face is to optimize their operating cost. To do so, they must deal with process, quality, and machinery issues that has unknown causes, increasing with it their response time. It is here where digitalization and AI can help them. However, only 12% of production teams use AI. Its adoption is too slow because they need to deal with complex processes, they are not familiar with data analysis, and the AI solutions in the market are too generic. This causes them to be difficult to extract value from their data. In Datium, we help them by answering 3 critical questions with our AI. The first question is, what is the problem? That is to evaluate the performance metric of the process. The second one is, what is the diagnosis? That is to monitor each section of the process to locate the anomalies. And finally, what is the solution? That is to give recommendations to the workers. Fine. Finally, we provide an interactive visualization tool that summarizes in real time what is happening in the process, while answering the 3 questions specified: the problem, the diagnosis, and the solution. In fact, the expected benefits of our solutions are an increase of productivity up to 5%, a reduction of operating costs due to anomalies and inefficiencies up to 20%, and a decrease of workers' response time up to 50%. So I'm Daniel Zurita, co-founder of Datium, where we have been helping industries to adopt AI since 2018. Let's keep in touch if you want to bring AI to your processes. And now I will leave you with Jonin Chuasti from Tubos Reunidos.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. This project is another sample of Tuber Unido's involvement and commitment with the Industry 4.0 as a level for growth. In this case, I'd like to explain Xenia project that we're implementing with Datium with the aim to bring artificial intelligence to our processes. The challenge we face is to identify eccentricity defects that appear in the manufactured tubes. The causes of such defects are difficult to be determined by workers and cause quality, defects, and rejections of the final products. The approach proposed by Datium is to unify and clear the data we register so they can calculate indicators to characterize the correct behavior of the process, and then develop AI-based models that allow us to know the relationship between the process variables and eccentricity. Although the project is not finished yet, we trust to do it in next weeks. The expected benefits are decreased worker response, time towards defect solving, decrease rejected materials and improve OEE, and avoid material reprocessing costs due to eccentricity. To conclude, I would like to mention the knowledge about the material and the professionalism shown by Datium. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel and John. Thank you so much. Our next pitch in Block 2. Here in the studio joining me is Fernando from the startup Savvy Data Systems, and joining us online, Javier, corporate partner from Fagor, and recorded video, Anchon from Obe Hetik. Fernando, the stage is yours.
Morning. Morning. Hi. Let me tell you the story of IPF. They design, build, and sell machines to foam manufacturers. They were competing in a price-focused market. Angel, the CEO of the company, he knew that their competitive advantage should be based on something else. In his words, he wanted to go from being a machine manufacturer to be a service provider. And here's where we started working together. We started gathering data, analyzing process results, and creating new tools to help them to understand the process. This allowed IPF to sell knowledge about the entire shop floor to their foam manufacturers. Some of the examples that we deployed for them are the KPIs for reference control and other advanced dashboards for process quality, production order analysis, and technical control of process parameters. Today, IPF is selling an integral solution to their customers, from the design of the shop floor to the rollout of the whole project. IPF has increased their turnover more than 300%, and Savvy had a great influence on that number. And most important, IPF clients, foam manufacturers that are using this system, are reporting savings between 300,000 and 700,000 euros per each plant every year. We are specialized in helping industrial companies. We analyze data, we transform it into valuable information and insights. And most important, we are always focused in increasing business results for our clients. Here you can see our track record. We've been working in many projects in many countries, and here in Bind we met new partners that wanted to apply these same ideas to their processes. And now they are going to tell you in firsthand. Please, Javier.
Hi, from Fagor Atardi. Fagor Atardi is a world leader chassis and powertrain components for automotive sector. And in this edition of Bind 4.0, we want to select Savvy Data System to help us in our digitalization process in our powertrain business unit. After the first meeting with Savvy, we take the opportunity to analyze all the production process to find different improvements based on digitalization and data analysis. Finalize this analysis, we take 17 opportunities and classify, and after this classification on development velocity and impact in business, we select 2 of them that we are working on. The first one
is related to the quality control process, in which we want to detect false positive and the second one is one related with the performance improvement of the machine cycle time. Thanks to Xavi for involvement and dedication, and thanks to Bind to facilitate the content startups, which are experts in 4.0 technologies.
At Gettys, we are developers and producers of complex kinematic systems. Our production, based on one-piece flow lean system, needs flexible processes to adapt it to new requirements in product functions and specifications. In this changing environment, our challenge is to improve the product quality and process efficiency based on the treatment of the data generated by each of the different production steps. We have worked with Xavi data systems in 3 phases. First, workshops in order to detect opportunities and select projects impact versus speed. Second, the data integration of all product and process parameters with the implementation of an edge and claw analysis environment. And third, efficiency measurement in each process step and KPIs and trends of process versus product parameters. Thank you.
Es que ricasco. Gracias, Fernando, Javier, Anton. Sí. Next up, joining us both online from Startup Expo, Diego, and corporate partner Danobat, Elena. Good morning, Diego.
Good morning, Jack. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Wonderful. Production downtime costs European companies over 800 billion euros a year. Well, we are Irium, and we aim to reduce that number to absolute zero. The problem of production downtime is obvious. It is extremely costly. On the other hand, systematic preventive maintenance every week is also expensive. This happens because the modern production environment is extremely variable, and therefore the production environment equipment is highly complex. The only solution to master this complexity is to empower the user to predict and avoid failures himself and with ease. For that, we have developed Heliarium, our easy-to-use data science software for the industry. Heliarium is easy to use because it combines visual clarity and technical versatility. It has a visual mode with a graphical user interface where non-programming users can work, and an expert mode with a Python machine learning framework to implement advanced data science models. Heliarium is also tailored for the industry because we always start by creating the digital twin. The digital twin is a model of the production plant and its components, as you can see on the slide. The model is therefore based on your production knowledge and not on some black box that nobody understands. When applying the digital twin, you can start by doing some forensics in order to get insights from your data about your production. Then you can start doing database prediction, like we've done with our corporate partner here, Danobat, in order to predict the mechanical failures of some of their parts. Finally, you can use AI control to do real-time control of your production, like we have implemented in one of BMW's car body assembly line. However, we know that every company is different, and we are more than willing to adapt. So get in touch with us to discuss your ideal roadmap. But before that, join me in welcoming Elena Urquia from Danobat, with whom we had the chance to work in the context of Bind 4.0. Thank you.
Well, yes. I thought you had the presentation well. This machine tool manufacturer Danobat was interested in working with Irium to develop functionalities on our advanced services. We work with Irion to develop algorithms that were able to warn about machine failures before they happened, based on the analysis of recorded based past data of the machines. We wanted also to assess these algorithms to be able to evaluate how many failures they could detect, how early these failures could be detected, and how many false alarms did it raise. We have to say that as a result, we are very happy with the fast implementation and the interesting results that we got. We were able even to have a second round with new use cases to be tested. We also learned about the importance of recording the machine data with a format that is oriented to the later analysis that we wanted to make. And now for the future, we are already working in generalizing these algorithms to a bigger number of machines and problems, and also thinking about how to work together in business models that will give advantages as well to Irion as to Danovat, and when selling these developed functionalities to the market. Thank you very much.
Dankeschön, Diego. Gracias, Elena. Moving right along, joining us online, one startup and two corporate partners. Cyril from startup A Planet, Alfredo from corporate partner EDP, and Joseba from corporate partner Mondragon. Cyril, bonjour. We don't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Now we hear you loud and clear. Cyril.
Right. Thank you. Well, my speech will be in Spanish. Sé que aquí en la audiencia hay gente que le ha tocado.
I know that there are people here that don't know what to do when they are dealing with a hot potato. I know that this is something that is affecting companies a lot. And I would like to, this involves public or private operators, and it also affects the way your customers manage their supply lines. And this also has to do with regulatory changes in terms of the financial requirements that have to be met. But in any case, this is information that concerns your sustainability. So I know that most of you feel completely lost, and you do whatever you can. And most of the work you do is manual. And this is why we have created A Planet to help you to deal with these new challenges. A Planet is a partner that has to manage all the aspects that have to be looked into to deliver the right kind of response. And it has to be delivered as quickly as possible. And here you can see the case of Dominion. This is one of our customers. And this is a global firm that is involved in the world of finance. And what they've done is gather data and consolidate the information, and they also do validation and visualization, and they also focus on traceability and documentation. This has generated reports and audit reviews, and they've saved time on administrative tasks. And this is not only a single case. There are more than 100 organizations that are using A Planet technology. So I think that A Planet is more than capable of delivering suitable systems, and well, we have to go from compliance to sustainability. And that's all from me. I'm now going to give the floor to Alfredo from EDP so that he can speak from EDP. Well, good morning. EDP is an international energy company. I'm not sure if you can show the presentation now. That's it. Up. Okay. Well, it's an international energy company, a leader in renewables and also a leader in sustainability. And ESG excellence is in the very center, and this is fully in line with the Sustainable Development Objectives of the United Nations, and it couldn't be otherwise. And in this manner, this allows us to occupy leadership positions in different international indices like Dow Jones or the MSCE or CDP or Sustained Analytics or whatever. And for this reporting, or to be positioned in this leadership position in these indices, we need to have a very complete sustainability reporting process, something that's very exhaustive and with very high levels of quality. And to that end, we have adopted the A Planet tool. And this allows us to centralize all of the sustainability information in only one tool. And it allows us to reduce costs. It allows us to reduce risks. And also, we gain lots of time in responding immediately to the requirements of all of our interest groups. And not only that, but it also allows us to draft reports and allows us to design communication tools like our sustainability memorandum or other publications that allow us to hold conversations with all of our interest groups. Thank you very much, all of our stakeholders.
A large network of industrial companies with policies in social transformation, energy transition, gender equality, and of course in sustainability. Well, in line with these initiatives, the commitment to transparency rise, and one of the initiatives for the accountability to our stakeholders is the publication of the non-financial reports based on the GRI standards. Well, the main difficulty that we face in batch, one of our industrial cooperatives, when collecting data for this report is that one, the data compilation. In most cases, this is manual with artificial processes involving many people, and therefore errors can occur. So the AppPlanet's technological solutions for the management of non-financial indicators and the materiality analysis, both tools, enable us to customize relevant indicators for our organizations with greater agility and rigor. So, as a summary, these solutions help us to better comply with the principle of comparability, materiality, relevance, and reliability of our reports, involving all areas and groups that participate in the preparation.
Great stuff. Merci, Cyril. Gracias. Esquerizasco, Alfredo, Joseba. Thank you. Next up, both joining us online, Marin from Startup Jungle and Leire from corporate partner Inge Teyam. Marin, bom dia.
Bom dia. To fight climate change, a growing number of countries have pledged to reach carbon neutrality by 2050. To reach this objective, fossil fuels have to be replaced by renewable energy. The IEA estimates that the number of new renewable energy farms installed annually must be multiplied by 4 by 2030. For solar energy, this means building the world's current largest solar park every day. However, at the moment, we don't extract the maximum power possible from existing capacity. Canopy, our intelligence platform, enables our customer to make the most of their wind farms. The data is collected in a data lake and fed into our machine learning model, which learns the normal behavior of the farm based on historical data and monitors the live operation based on live data. Canopy flags any deviation from normality that indicates that a fault is developing in the farm. It empowers the owner to order maintenance intervention before the farm breaks down. At Jungle, we know there is value to be created from the data at every step of the way, from commissioning by checking that the farm is up to specifications to informing the end-of-life decision. Canopy can improve a wind farm production by 2% in 3 ways: by reducing turbines downtime, capturing periods of highest wind, and getting turbines production closest to their reference power curve. For 100 megawatt farms, it means 4 additional gigawatts of power production per year, which translates to a revenue increase of €250,000 per year. We estimate that in 2020, over 50 terawatt hour of renewable power was lost due to low availability globally. That is the annual electricity demand of Portugal. All owners of renewable energy farms, like our partner Ingeteam, face the same challenges because they don't have access to the information available. They don't usually have the expertise to manage the data. As a result, the maintenance strategy is suboptimal, which leads to underperformance. There is avoidable revenue loss that drives profit down. But this can change thanks to digitalization and artificial intelligence.
Over to you, Leire.
Thank you. Ingeteam Group is specialized in electric power conversion with solutions in multiple sectors, and one of them is wind energy. As part of our effort in digital transformation, we selected Jungle to develop a POC using Canopy and data from 3 wind farms. The main objective was to create machine learning models able to predict the normal operation of wind turbines, so we could verify if obtained anomalies match with real reported issues and if they could have been avoided in advance. As an example, here we have just one screenshot of Canopy where a real gearbox failure that happened in April could have been seen days before in March because the model detected overheating in the gearbox. This is the very first time that Ingeteam takes part in Bind 4.0, and it has been a really enriching experience. Working with Jungle has been easy with excellent results. In fact, we still meet together every week to discuss and continue improving, and the project has made ourselves go deeper into the value of AI.
Obrigado, Marin. Eskerrik asko, Leire. Next up, joining us online, Iker from Startup IoT and Goizane from corporate partner Atardi.
Buenos días, Jack.
Good morning, Jack. Do you know how much food waste there is in Spain? It's 7.7 million tons a year, of which 39% of them had to do with the manufacturing process. We're talking about 3 million tons per year. With these figures, it's very difficult to talk about a sustainable production system. However, this is not only about an environmental issue, but also an economic issue. In our first pilot project to validate the IIoT platform, we've been cooperating with Palpad, and we've characterized the milk they use in the production of their dairy desserts. And they achieved a reduction of 14.3% of the amount of cream used. And they also had an estimated reduction of between 45 to 55% in fat contents in the yogurts produced in different batches. So our solution is the IIoT platform that is based on an infrared technology that allows you to monitor the entire production process from the moment that the raw materials arrive by checking out their features and detecting possible adulterations, as well as at the end stage by monitoring components, key components, to maximize profits. And we are different compared to the competition because with our device we can send data to a PLC or a SCADA system or to an IoT platform. And we do not only believe in our methods for our customers, but we also believe in their plans, because the secret for a correct operation of these systems is based on having a completely automated calibration. And these are only some of the examples we have in the food industry that can be applied to our platform. From the dairy sector to meat to chocolate to oil, everything can be measured as long as you have infrared light. And apart from the food industry, we can apply the platform to other kinds of industries too. So all of you that want to reduce your operating costs and production costs and also reduce the amount of products out of specs, don't hesitate and get in touch with us. I'm going to give the floor to Goisane, who's going to give you some more details. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, we at Okin, as a manufacturer of frozen bread, we believe that bread is a healthy food, and that the philosophy of Okin is what is used as a basis for our innovation and health concept. We have about 200 people working for the company in Zumaya in 5 production lines using a lean production system. And in the e-food project that is based on digitization and sensoring, we've collaborated with IIoT in developing a smart online monitoring process for the humidity contents, proteins, and salt too. And as we are committed to the Sustainable Development Goals, this project has an impact on responsible consumption and production. That is SDG number 12, because this means that we have objective control from the very beginning of the process. And to date, it's the line operator that controls the rheology of the dough manually, which is open to interpretations, or could be open to an interpretation. But due to the complexity of the work that has to be done, we have validated in the lab the concept, and over the next few months, with a number of modifications, we have to run the online tests. And finally, our objective is to integrate the data that are going to be provided by the sensor and by others that we've included in other stages of the process, so that everything can be analyzed and so that we can generate correlations with attributes of the end product. Thank you. Eskerrik asko. Thank you very much.
Goitzane. And the last but not least pitch of the morning, joining online, Miguel from Startup All Read. and Íñigo from corporate partner Sidenor. Miguel, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Good on. Can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Good morning, everyone. This is Miguel. We are a plug-and-play computer vision software for smart logistics, all grid. And the problem we want to solve is we are surrounded by text, codes, and symbols in operational environments. There is codes everywhere, text, and these are very difficult to digitize by companies. They use different hardware, different softwares in order to digitize the supply chain. So basically, what we offer is a computer vision solution to identify, track, control, and monitor any asset in the logistics supply chain using any camera, a security camera, a smartphone, a flying drone, etc. So we are a spin-off of the Computer Vision Center of Barcelona. Our algorithm is able to, we can train the algorithm to spot, to identify any text, code, or symbol in the supply chain. And this is what we do. You know, any client wants to identify using a security camera, 5 different fields in a truck coming in the port, and we, or software, just accessing the security cameras, we can identify, track, and locate, and digitize all those 5 symbols. Training, we read trains as well, you know, using accessing the security camera, we can read the wagon number, the container ID, etc. Any asset going through any supply chain using any camera. As you can see, we are not a typical OCR, optical character recognition, but we can spot symbols as well, like dangerous goods or any kind of symbol across the supply chain. This is another example. We can detect the seal in the containers. This is very difficult to detect. As you can see, the security camera spot the truck, spot the seal, and our software gives the digitalization of that presence of the seal. We have different options as well for Industry 4.0. We can detect QR codes, barcodes, and we have as well, as you can see on the right side, a mobile application to spot, digitize a specific test in sensor. That is what we have done with Sidenor, that Íñigo now is going to explain what we have done with them in this fantastic collaboration. Íñigo, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning. I'm going to talk about the project. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we do. Great.
Okay, perfect. Good morning. I'm going to talk about the project that we have developed with Orit. Well, when we saw this technology, we thought that it could help us digitalizing the reading of multiple meters or measuring equipments that we have in Sidenor. In Sidenor, only in Basauri mill, we have more than 220 meters with monthly or daily readings. And nowadays, these readings are recorded manually by the operators with paper and a pen. The objective of the project was to digitalize this reading, applying artificial intelligence technology, image processing. Okay, we have started with a pilot in Basauri mill in the water treatment plant, and we have the idea of deploying this solution to the rest of the mills. The project lasts 6 months. We have digitalized nearly 24 meters and corresponding to 7 different types. Okay, here you can see a video. Yeah, in the video it's shown the capability of the solution, and we can see that with the mobile we take a photo to the meters, and the methods that we have developed first identify the digit structure, and after that the result of the meters. After that, all the readings are stored. Well, finally, we are very pleased with the results of the project. We have near 100% of reliability in the detection of the information of each meter, and we have also currently read nearly the 92% of the image worked. Okay. And finally, I would like to thank all the team for the work done, for the human team, and for the flexibility shown throughout the project. Okay, thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Miguel, Íñigo. Amazing to see developments like this. And there we have Block 2. And that wraps up Day 1 of Open Innovation Showcase 2021 Basque Industry 4.0. Thank you so much to the startups, the corporate partners, and to the many people within the Basque government, Bind, Spree, who not only make this event possible, but also make it one of Europe's great Startup Accelerator programs. Hats off to all of you. And to you, our audience, thank you for joining us. And don't forget to jump on the networking platform and just say hi to somebody and make a really great new contact. Find synergy and match with all of the Innovation Showcase attendees and participants. You can schedule your agenda here in advance or immediately one-to-one from July 6th to July 9th. Tomorrow, we'll be right back here at 10 Central Time in San Sebastián, País Vasco, the Basque Country. Lots of great pitches in robotics tomorrow, cybersecurity, clean tech, intelligent cities, new materials and recyclables, cloud solutions, and cybersecurity. We said that already. We get it all right here at Open Innovation Showcase. And we'll also have the Minister Arantxa Tapia Sailburu. See you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Biarrarte.